A ripped jacket. A mother's heart instantly fills with fear. Is her child being bullied? This story dives deep into a parent's worst anxieties and the unexpected courage found in a child. Discover how we can overcome our own fears, trust our children's innate strength, and learn the true meaning of empathy when facing life's toughest challenges. This might change how you see protection. Clara stood at the front doorway, a place that always felt like the edge of a safe world. It was late afternoon when Ben, her 8-year-old son, trudged in, his small figure carrying a heavy, invisible weight. His brand new jacket had a rip along the sleeve, just a narrow tear, but to Clara it was a glaring signal that something was wrong. She couldn't shake the feeling that something deeper was amiss. "Ben, what happened to your jacket?" Clara asked gently, trying to mask the rising knot in her stomach. The question hung in the air, heavy with unspoken fears. He looked down, shifting his weight from one foot to the other, and mumbled, "I fell." Clara's heart didn't settle with that answer. Her protective instincts flared like a wildfire. She had heard too many stories of children being bullied, caught in moments of quiet helplessness. She couldn't let that happen to her son. Her mind raced through worst-case scenarios, a bigger kid pushing Ben, taunting him, making him feel small and alone. The rip in the jacket was no accident. It was a sign of pain she just had to uncover. She felt a deep-seated need to protect Ben from any harm, real or imagined. "Are you sure no one hurt you?" Clara asked, her voice firmer now, but still laced with concern. The question hung in the air, creating a palpable tension. Ben shrugged, eyes on the floor. "I said I fell." The simple answer did nothing to ease Clara's growing anxiety. Clara wanted to believe him, but the nagging fear crowded her thoughts, pushing all else aside. The fear was taking root, overshadowing her reason. Over the next 2 days, the rip on the jacket became a fixation for her, a metaphor for damage she hadn't seen but feared deeply. Every question she asked, every glance she threw, tethered Ben tighter into silence. He withdrew into himself, shrinking away from her gaze and the flood of worry she couldn't control. At night, Clara lay awake, imagining the scenes she would rather not see. Ben cornered in a playground, frightened and alone. She considered calling the school, bracing for a meeting, an explanation that might bring relief, but also confirm her darkest fears. Her anxiety grew, a thick fog that dulled her reason and clouded her love. She felt trapped in a cycle of worry and fear. Then, on the 3rd evening, Ben surprised her. He sat across from her at the kitchen table, the kitchen light casting gentle shadows on his earnest face. "Mum," he began softly, "I want to tell you what really happened." Clara's breath caught. Here was the moment she had longed for, but feared all at once. "There's a kid at school named Alex," Ben said. "He grabbed my arm, and that's when my jacket got torn." Clara's heart sank. The boy she had imagined hurting Ben had a name. Ben continued, "I told him to stop, but then I asked him why he's always so mad." Clara blinked, unsure of what to expect next. "Alex's dog died recently," Ben explained, his voice steady. "He looked really sad, Mum. so I asked him if he wanted to play on the swings with me tomorrow. Clara's breath released in a long sigh. She hadn't realized she was holding. She sat back, absorbing the truth she had missed in her anxiety. In her fear, she had painted Ben as helpless, a victim to be shielded. But here was her son, showing courage not through fight, but through empathy. Where she saw weakness, he had shown strength. Where she saw danger, he chose kindness. Her role, she realized, wasn't just to protect Ben as a shield from every scratch and bruise of the world, but to trust the goodness growing inside him. The world would bring challenges, yes, but Ben was not alone in facing them. He had the strength of his own character. She reached across the table, taking his small hand in hers. "Thank you for telling me, Ben. I'm proud of you." Her voice was soft but sure. Ben smiled, the weight shifting from his shoulders. "I just wanted you to know." He felt lighter, having shared his experience. That evening, standing once again by the front doorway, Clara looked at the rip in the jacket with new eyes. It was not a mark of fear, but a reminder of her son's quiet bravery, of the power of understanding, and of the trust she must have in the wonderful person he was becoming. The outside world would always have its shadows, but within that doorway, Clara held a brighter light. A light kindled by love, courage, and the faith to let go of fear.